Hi folks, welcome to the 100th episode of Living the Skye Life.
If you've been here since the beginning, thank you so much for sticking with us for the past 2 years of adventures.
And if you're new here, welcome on board. My name's Willie.
And I'm Sarah. We're a musician and artist, and this channel is about our journey, escaping suburban life and moving to our dream home, a 200-year-old cottage on the Isle of Skye in the Scottish Highlands.
Along for the ride are our two crazy but adorable pups, Jack Spaniels and Nori.
Join us as we experience the highs and the lows of living in a remote corner of a wild Hebridean island.
This week, snow and ice hit the island, transforming it into a winter wonderland, but leaving us bound to the cottage.
Even Yolanda, our Land Rover Defender, struggles as the road out of the glen becomes an ice rink, and my recent run of bad luck with vehicles continues, as my car breaks down in the middle of nowhere.
Plus, Jack and I investigate a very strange phenomenon down on the foreshore. But what in the hubble-bubble toiling trouble is going on here?
If you don't already, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with our weekly adventures.
Join us as we continue. Living the Skye Life.
I'm out today getting the food shop as usual and checking in with my retailers. I actually just sat down at Lean-To Coffee and had a cinnamon roll and a coffee while I packaged up my prints for Made on Skye, which is pretty amazing because I was sitting outside and it's so mild. I think it's actually warmer than it was during the summer. Instead of just stopping in Broadford like I normally do, I've come to Kyle, which is just across the bridge back on the mainland. I've done that because I wanted to go to the Lochalsh Butchers because I was getting some nice steaks and lamb chops for Willie because it's his birthday this weekend. I've got Jack with me today on the errands. Nori's at home with Willie and I've got Jack having a bit of one-on-one time, and I thought I would stop at the Plock because we've never stopped here. I've seen the sign loads of times as we've driven off and on the island, but we've never actually stopped. It's managed by the local community, and I'm just walking up to a viewpoint at the moment. It's a gorgeous day. I'm slightly regretting wearing my wool jumper because I'm actually really warm, but yep, hopefully I'll be all right. Let's go. How does that even work? A rock trapped in the tree. Yeah? The word plock comes from the Gaelic word for block of wood, but it can also mean a lump of earth, which is possibly where the name of this area comes from. This viewpoint overlooking the Skye Bridge was created from a gun battery from the Second World War. Up to the viewpoint. That was only about 5-10 minutes of walking. If you're not able to walk, then you can actually drive up to the viewpoint, which is pretty cool. I might have been out of breath coming up here, but Jack Spaniels definitely wasn't, so we're gonna carry on and maybe do a loop. I think there might be a loop we can do back to the car park and get him a good walk. But this is beautiful. It's such a gorgeous view. Stunning. Gorgeous today. There's even a fire pit, so you can have a fire with a view. We're going this way. This way. Come on. Okay, we've come off like the tarmacked road bit now, and we're on the trail, the moorland trail, and it's beautiful. The sun is just hitting these little islands and the rocky coast. It's gorgeous. It's getting a little bit muddier underfoot. Which I hadn't really dressed for today, so I'm hoping I don't get too mucky. Jack will. He loves it. This is so lovely. I'm so glad I came here. There's a couple of people in their cars up at the viewpoint at the top, but otherwise I haven't seen anyone else. So this has been really nice. But then the island has started to quieten down so much in just the last week or so. I noticed it in the co-op car park. There was hardly any cars. There was hardly any traffic on the roads. So it's definitely got to that quiet time of the year. Which way? Well, Jack's gone that way. I should probably go with him. Looking at me expectantly. This way, Mum. He seems to think it's this way, so I have a feeling that means that there's water this way. That's usually the direction that Jack Spaniels wants to go in. Oh, look at that! There's the sea. Funny that, Jack. You found a beach and a stick. You're so cliche, Jack Spaniels. You're so predictable. I think it's time to start heading back to the car, but I've actually no idea if I am. I think I'm following these yellow posts back. But there's lots of paths. It's a good place to come if you want to just get out and explore for a little bit. Jack seems to think it's that way. I think that's towards another beach, so we're gonna go this way. We'd be here all day if it was up to him, but we've got an hour's drive back to the cottage now, so kind of want to get back before it starts getting dark. No pups, we're not going that way, I'm afraid. Jack, we're going back to the car. Come on, pups, this way. Good boy, this way. Good boy. Today I have come out to Struan. Winter seems to have arrived on Skye just about overnight. We've had a couple of frosty days and today it's been snowing. I've come out to the post office to drop off some of my Etsy orders. I've still got lots of calendars and prints that I'm getting through in the pre-Christmas rush, so I really need to keep on top of that. It was fine when I left, it was quite sunny, and then as soon as I got over the hill it started snowing. So yeah, I've driven really carefully and Yolanda's been great, so it's all been good. I've come to Struan instead of Carbost because our post office is actually closed at the moment. Our postmaster's away for a couple of weeks, so I've had to come to the alternative option. It's about a half-hour drive, 40 minutes maybe in the snow when you're going carefully, so it's a little bit of a hike, but I just want to keep on top of that postage. This might be a taste of things to come because our post office in Carbost might actually be closing at the end of the year for good. Now, fingers crossed not. The community shop there is hoping to buy it out, but at the moment it's a bit up in the air as to whether our post office is going to keep going or not. Even just personally for me, that would obviously make my job a lot more difficult. Outside my experience though, I mean, it would just be a massive shame for the community as a whole because, like with many small communities, the post office is such a huge part of it. It's a hub for the community. It's a place for people to not just get things sent, but also to get cash out and to pay bills, and the local businesses also use it as a place to get change and pay in their cash. So yeah, it would be a massive change for our area. I know there's people in the area that don't drive, so to get somewhere that they can get cash out or get to send parcels, I think it would be a real shame essentially, and I'm really hoping that the community shop are able to buy it out, but it's one of those things things that's just quite difficult to do. So fingers crossed, send some good vibes to Carbos post office because we really want to keep it. In the meantime, I'm here at Struan and it's absolutely beautiful. Hopefully the snow is going to hold off. It looks like it's cleared up a bit, so fingers crossed it'll hold off until I get back. But yeah, winter has arrived on Skye. That's just a little update. I'll have to keep you guys posted on if the post office survives. If not, I obviously go to Broadford once a week anyway, so I can go to the post office there, but it just means that during my busy periods on Etsy I might not be able to get things out as quickly as I would like. So thank you in advance for your patience. I also just noticed on the drive up to Struan there's an honesty box for eggs, which is great because usually at the post office in Carbost I would buy some crofters eggs, but obviously with that being closed it's a bit harder to go and get them, so hopefully I'm going to get some nice fresh eggs to take home as well. It was time for the weekly errands, but the snow that had fallen the previous day had been compacted by vehicles and then frozen to solid ice overnight. We thought the main road should still be okay, especially if they'd been gritted, so we decided to forge ahead. Willie offered to drive Yolanda down the track for me, as it's always the worst part to negotiate in ice. We started by clearing the worst of the ice from our driveway with garden forks, and let's see what happens next. How was that?
A very different story if we hadn't cleared that ice.
Aye.
Woo! Sweaty now, eh?
Aye. It's one way to warm yourselves up.
Look at my jammies. Pretty sketchy here. Then the robot. You'll have to see that ice, you don't bother.
Well, I was supposed to be heading into Broadford today for the normal errands day, hoping that the snow and ice would be gone by now. It's not, as you can see. We thought it might just be our track, which was really bad. Obviously ours is a private track, so it doesn't get gritted at all, and it is really compacted and icy. But we got down there okay in Yolanda, but we're down at the main road now and it's not been gritted, and it's just like an ice rink here. And this is at the bottom of the glen.
The car started sliding at the bottom there, which meant I could actually gone off the side, and it was that point that I realised that it was a no-go, especially coming out here and seeing this, and it really is just like an ice rink.
Yeah.
So there's no chance, it's not happening, it's too dangerous.
The sun hasn't come up over the hills yet, so it's not had any chance to defrost. So yeah, we've called time on that trip.
We got food in the freezer, so we're not going to starve or anything. Nori was meant to be at the vets today, but obviously they'll understand it's a weather thing. We tried to get there and couldn't, so
yeah, it's too dangerous. It's not worth it. This is what we mean when we say we're snowed in. Obviously we've got the Land Rover and snow's not that much of an issue. It's ice that's the issue.
Wet ice.
Wet ice. Because it gets compacted by driving over the snow and then it freezes overnight, and it is literally like an ice rink. I could skate on this.
Yeah, you could.
I am skating on this.
I don't know how we're going to get back up on foot, far less than the Land Rover. I've abandoned Yolanda. Abandoned Yolanda. That's a song.
That's a song. So we'll just use the food we've got in the freezer. We've got plenty in. It's meant to get milder over the weekend, so we're not too worried. It's just not worth it for a food shop and a vet trip.
No.
Not worth it.
Pause. Click. I'll show you the point where Yolanda slipped, and you see what I mean. It's so slippery. I know people in Canada will be watching going, come on guys, that's really easy. And it probably is compared to what you guys get there, but we're not used to this. And especially Sarah, she's not that confident on ice anyway, but this is really, really slippery ice, I'll show you. These scratches and cracks in the ice is where Yolanda slipped. That, there is no resistance there. That is just like pure slidey ice. And like there, she could have ended up in there, so this is just a no-brainer. Time to release the hound.
I'm waiting for my call for dancing on ice.
falling on arse more like.
Okay, good boy.
Ice doggy!
He's fine, he's got built-in crampons.
That's true.
He's a good boy.
Right, back to Skye Life Cottage.
Oh, freaking hell, he's going to pull me up the hill. Or down it.
I think I'll probably take him.
What happened?
Someone wouldn't stop pulling and I nearly fell on my head.
He saw a bear, didn't he?
Yeah. So, Nori's lost his freedom.
That's very undignified, Nori.
Right, you can go down again.
He's silly. What we need is for someone to do this all the way along the road.
All the way to Broadford.
All the way to, yeah, maybe just to the main road. I think that will have been gritted, but our roads, not so much.
Oh well.
We tried. What was that you just said?
You live, Yolanda.
Oh well. Time to ring the vets, tell them we're not coming. Time to ring Asda, tell them we're not coming. Such is life.
Then we can get out of my pyjamas.
Have some breakfast.
Yeah.
And obviously no Etsy postage today either. It's 1:30 in the afternoon and it's risen to the balmy level of 3 degrees and a lot of the track is actually melted, but it's only going to get colder from now on. So we're going to try and get Yolanda back up the track.
We're only really worried about this bit because it's so icy and it's on a hill, but I can see the bottom, there's actually water running down. So the track is now basically a little waterfall, which is a lot better than ice. But this side here I'm going to break up a bit.
Because it drops back to 0 overnight. And then tomorrow it only goes up to 3 degrees again. And then Sunday we get up to 9 degrees apparently.
Balmy.
Tropical. How was that?
Really, going up the top of the hill, that was the bit I was worried about the most. This corner here was really bad, but what we realised is if we put 2 wheels up on the side there where there's no snow at all, last time was really sketchy, this time was slightly sketchy. But I've got her past the worst bit now, we just need to get her in the drive now, but we've dug that out already, so...
Hey, made it back.
We made it.
From the end of the track.
From the end of the track, but it's good to have her back in the driveway because if we are going to get snowed in, we don't want to have the car at the end of the track, whereas potentially could get crashed into by other people. Also, it's a turn-in circle as well, and so it's not ideal having it there. This is a far better place for her, so here she is.
We'll get out in a couple of days, hopefully.
We'll see. If not, we'll just wait for the storm to pass.
Nice.
Jack and I have just come out for a walk. Very calm night. It's not even that cold actually. Well, we found all these bubble pools. Jack's jacuzzis, and he's very interested. He doesn't really know what's going on. I think he finds it quite strange. It is quite strange. It's all over the place. At my feet just now, you can probably hear it. What's this, Jack? This is strange, isn't it? Jack's dropped his ball in. What's this weird phenomenon, Jack? The ground is breathing. It's really weird, isn't it, Jack? It's not the kind of thing you see every day. He's got a ball, so he's happy. He actually found that. The ball was on the far side of the river, and I saw it, but he can't see because he's so small, so I pointed it out, I picked him up and showed him it, and then he jumped in the water, swam over to the other side of the river and got it. And then he wouldn't come back! So I had to coax him back over, but he's back here now, which is good. Yeah, this is cool. There's more bubbles over here, let's have a look. As the tide's coming in, it's pushing the air pockets under the ground up and it's making bubbles. It's not you this time, Jack. There's more over there, look. You got a jacuzzi, buddy. Whoa. Magic. This was all dry a second ago. Look at this. I better be quick though, or I might get stuck out here.
So today has been one of those days on living the Skye life where just everything seemed to go wrong, and you feel like it might have been made a lot simpler if you didn't live on an island. Basically, I left this morning to do my normal errands day, which you've seen before, but I also had to make a stop in Struan, which is a bit further north from here. I was going to, of all things, drop off my old clarinet. I haven't played since I was in high school. I'm never going to play it again. I don't want to, and I just want it to go to a good home and hopefully someone else can enjoy it. This lovely lady Nan, who lives on Skye, she runs a wind band and she teaches music voluntarily, and she was happy to take it as a donation and give it to someone who's going to learn. So that was great. I thought I'll just go up there, I'll drop it off. My car is currently sitting in a lay-by just past Struan, and it has done since about 10 o'clock this morning because it broke down and literally will not move. Willie thinks the clutch is completely gone because it just stopped accelerating. Fortunately, I was going downhill at the time, so I just sort of kept going until I found the nearest lay-by to park in, and then it just wouldn't move again. 40 minutes after I left home, I had to call Willie and fortunately had 1 bar of signal. Yeah, he came to rescue me. Again! This is just becoming a recurring theme. Me and vehicles, we just have bad luck. We've been thinking for a while that we should upgrade and get me a new car, but we just haven't got round to it, and yeah, this is really telling us that it needs to happen. In my old car, there was a little screw-in tow bar that you could get from the boot and you could put it in the front bumper, but mine doesn't have that. So we left it parked where it was. We went to Broadford to go pick up our food shop from Asda, which was, we were going to be late for it if we didn't leave. Turns out, after driving all the way down to Broadford, the Asda driver couldn't get through in time, so that had to cancel, which means that the full shop I was going to do with Asda, which was about £130, ended up costing us £170 in the co-op. While I was doing that, Willie was phoning the garage on Skye, and they said they could go pick my car up, but they would need the keys, obviously, which we had in our car in Broadford. It was just a comedy of errors today. So basically, we ended up driving up to Portree, which is where the garage is. Willie dropped me off at the post office in Portree so that I could do my postage, which is 50 Etsy orders, so it was loads to get away, and I really wanted to get them away on time. Hello!
Hello!
Hello, boys!
Oh!
I'm just telling them all about how you came to save me.
Alright.
All this time the dogs were sitting at home. We were away for about 4.5 hours, so we've just about managed to get them walked before it got dark. In the rain, in the wind, you're very lucky doggies. But you know, silver lining, we got the shopping done and we got the postage away, and my car is going to get picked up by this garage anytime now. We don't know when it's going to get fixed because they haven't got the parts on the island and it takes a while to deliver them.
It's been one of those days, yeah.
It's been one of those days.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would have been a lot simpler had we been living still in Cottage, but we wouldn't change it still, even on the difficult days.
No.
So the dogs are now going mental because they've just had a walk in the rain. There's zoomies going on. I'm having a cup of tea, but I feel like we might need something stronger very soon because it's Friday night and we just didn't get anything done today that we wanted to. We feel a bit deflated now, but hopefully this is going to be the catalyst we need. We'll get my car fixed. A little Suzuki Celerio. It was not built for Skye, definitely not, and it has been proved today. So the next task is find me a car that is suited for Skye. We'll keep you posted. You're a wet doggy. Oh, she's a wet doggy. Thank you so much for watching our video. We really hope you enjoyed this 100th episode of Living the Skye Life.
I know, right? 100 episodes.
how time flies when you're having fun. If you did enjoy it, please do leave us a like, a comment, or subscribe if you don't already. It's free to do, helps our channel to grow, and you get notified when our new videos come out, which is every week, Sunday night at 6 PM UK time. And over the next 2 weeks, we are taking a little break over the festive season, but not from our videos. So there will be videos coming out, just not maybe the usual episodes that you might be used to.
Something a little bit different. If you enjoyed our 100th episode and the rest of our episodes and you want to buy us a coffee, you can do so over on Ko-fi, or you can buy the dogs a wee treat as well. But what I really mean is, you help with the running costs of making these videos for you every week.
Or if you want to help us out more long term, you can join our amazing community over on Patreon, where you get bonus content for helping us out each month.
If you're interested in our creative endeavours, you can go over to Sarah's Etsy store for our artworks.
Or you can head across to Bandcamp, which is where Willie's original music is available, including his 2 songs, These Old Walls and The Storm.
Plus, music from these videos is on there as well.
As usual, all the links to these pages are in the video description
below. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye, folks. We're leaving our suburban life, moving over the sea to Skye. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the Skye life. Living the Skye life.
You investigating my heated foot pad, Jack? Heated foot pad, not a heated spaniel bottom pad, okay? And I've done that because walking uphill and talking is not easy.
Hi.
Oh, my hand's getting cold and there's a car coming past.
If you're interested in our creative endeavours, you can go over to Sarah's...
Yep. Thing in my old car, you could scroll in.
3, 2...
Or you can head across to Bandcamp, which is where Willie's original music is available. I can't speak. Including his 2 songs. Ugh, why can't I say this? Where's your stick? Find it. Go find it, Jack. There it is.
Hi, folks. 3, 2... Hi, folks. Looking forward to getting these wet clothes off. Don't worry, I won't do that on camera. Thanks again for watching.
Well, don't tell me that, tell them.
I don't know, because I'm saying, is that the bit? I've got a bit of a cold.
Hey, Jack. Whoa, get down!
Nori's asleep through there. That's why he's not in this part.
You snooze, you lose, Nori.
Your brother's sleeping, eh, buddy? Yeah, don't fall over. Trying to illustrate how dangerous it is.
Wasn't even trying to do that.
Click here to subscribe to live in the Skye life.
Click here to go back to the start of our adventures with our very first episode.